Iguazu Falls is an impressive set of around 275 waterfalls located along the Iguazu River, which belongs to the Parana River Basin. Located on the border between Brazil and Argentina, they extend across two national parks: Iguazu National Park, in Parana, Brazil, and Iguazu National Park, in Misiones, Argentina. These two parks have a total area of 250,000 hectares of subtropical forest, recognized for its rich biodiversity and environmental preservation. This magnificent landscape was declared a Natural Heritage Site by UNESCO in 1986 and is considered one of the most impressive natural wonders on the planet. The magnitude of the falls, combined with their fascinating beauty, makes them a must-see destination for anyone looking for an unforgettable connection with the power of nature. The Iguazu National Park in Argentina was created in 1934, while the Iguazu National Park in Brazil opened 5 years later in 1939. Both were created with the goal of protecting and preserving the precious water stewardship that the Iguazu Falls represent, in addition to the rich and diverse ecosystem that surrounds it. These preservation areas are essential for the conservation of the subtropical forest and local biodiversity, which includes rare and endangered species. Due to its environmental importance and extraordinary beauty, the Argentine park was recognized as a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1984, followed by the Brazilian park in 1986. Since 2002, the Iguazu National Park is also considered one of the most impressive geological sites in Brazil, consolidating itself as a world-renowned natural destination. These protected areas not only preserve the natural wealth of the region, but also provide an unforgettable experience to the millions of visitors who witness the grandeur of the falls each year. The Iguazu Falls were known and revered by the local indigenous people long before the arrival of the Europeans. Their name, in Tupi-Guarani, means big water, a direct reflection of the immensity of their falls and the respect they inspired. The first European to see them was the Spanish explorer Alvar Núñez Cabeza de Vaca in 1541, while he was touring the region during his expeditions. The discovery marked a meeting between the imposing nature of the place and the historical records of the continent. Today, the Iguazu Falls are one of the most sought-after destinations by tourists from around the world, being the second most visited place by foreigners in Brazil, only behind Rio de Janeiro. During the rainy season, the falls reach impressive figures, becoming the third largest in the world in terms of water volume. Can you imagine how many liters of water per second fall over the Iguazu Falls? The flow of the falls can vary considerably throughout the year, depending on weather conditions, such as the amount of rainfall in the region. However, it is estimated that, on average, about 1,500 cubic meters of water per second pass through the falls. To give you an idea, 1 cubic meter is the same as a cube 1 meter long, 1 meter wide and 1 meter high. 1 cubic meter equals 1,000 liters. Therefore, on average, 1,500 cubic meters per second equals 1,500,000 liters of water per second falling over the Iguazu Falls. In other words, if you were to fill 1,500 pools measuring 1 meter x 1 meter x 1 meter, you would have 1,500,000 liters of water, which is the same amount of water that falls per second at Iguazu Falls, on average. That's a huge amount of water, isn't it? The falls are fed by the Iguazu River, which rushes down a series of waterfalls with heights ranging from 60 to 82 meters. The force of the water, the deafening sound and the mist that forms around it create a unique atmosphere. The Iguazu Falls are a true natural monument, connecting history, culture and an impressive demonstration of the power of nature. The formation of the Iguazu Falls is the result of an intricate geological process that took place over millions of years. Millions of years ago, the region where the falls are today was covered by large outpourings of volcanic lava. As this lava cooled, it gave rise to basaltic rocks, known for their high resistance to erosion. Over time, rainwater and river water began to wear away these rocks, slowly excavating the ground and forming the deep canyon through which the Iguazu River flows today. This ongoing process was intensified by the abundance of rainfall provided by the tropical climate of the region, a fundamental element in the formation of this unique landscape. The current configuration of the falls is relatively recent in geological terms. This process of erosion began about 200,000 years ago and continues today, sculpting and transforming the waterfalls. The base of the falls is very old, but their current appearance is the result of the constant interaction between water and rock, which makes the landscape always changing. This means that the Iguazu Falls are not just a static work of natural art, but a living spectacle, which is renewed at every moment. Iguazu Falls is divided between two countries, but the majority of the falls, around 80%, are located in Argentine territory. Only 20% of the falls occur on the Brazilian side. Despite this, the Brazilian side offers a privileged panoramic view of the falls, allowing the visitor to contemplate the entire grandeur of the set of falls. The Argentine side offers a closer experience to the falls, with walkways that lead directly to the heart of the waters. This division between countries makes the complete visit to the site even more fascinating. The Devil's Throat is, without a doubt, the most emblematic and impressive waterfall of the Iguazu Falls. Shaped like a horseshoe and with a height of around 82 meters, it is the largest and most voluminous jump of the falls, a true natural colossus that attracts fascinated gazes of visitors from all over the world. Located exactly on the border between Brazil and Argentina, the Devil's Throat can be admired from both sides, through walkways that take visitors to incredible views. During times of flooding, the spectacle becomes even more impressive. Millions of liters of water fall per second, forming a constant mist that rises into the air and a deafening sound that can be heard for miles around. The name Devil's Throat reflects the brutal force and intensity of this waterfall, which conveys a feeling of almost supernatural power. I confess that I did not think the choice of name was one of the best options. If I had to choose the name, I would put something like the Throat of God. So, do you want to visit the Devil's Throat? In addition to the grandeur of the falls, the Iguazu Falls are surrounded by an incredible detail: islands. That's right, the place is full of islands that not only increase the beauty of the landscape, but are also important for the complexity and biodiversity of the ecosystem. These islands are made up of basaltic rocks, the same material that makes up the walls of the imposing canyon. The constant action of water and wind over millions of years has shaped these rocks, creating islands of different sizes and shapes. Some of these islands are small and rocky, while others are larger and covered with lush vegetation, home to rich fauna and flora. The islands of Iguazu Falls play an important role in the balance of the local ecosystem. They serve as habitat for various species of animals and plants, many of which are unique to the region. The islands here help maintain biodiversity, while the surrounding waters ensure that these small natural refuges remain isolated. All of this ends up creating an environment never seen anywhere else in the world. Within the Iguazu National Park, there is a fascinating tree called Guatambu, also known as the Tree of Life. This tree can be found on some islands in the region and is of utmost importance to the local ecosystem. Its deep and strong roots play a crucial role in stabilizing the islands, preventing erosion caused solely by the strong currents of the Iguazu River. It is amazing how nature connects and protects itself in such an ingenious way. Guatambu is an example of the fascinating natural balance that supports this unique ecosystem, where every element, from the trees to the water, works in harmony to preserve the environment.